Morning Home Builders, day 48 is called Work and Prayer Together. Nehemiah is a fantastic, really interesting book. And in chapter 4, we have this time period where, as the people were building the wall in Jerusalem, they were under so much threat of imminent violent attack that they actually had their swords girded to their side while they did the work. And the instruction was that with them being so spread out, with one section of people doing one part of the wall and another section building another part of the wall, that if they heard the trumpet or the sound or the horn or whatever from one side, that they would know, okay, drop your trowel or whatever it is you have and take your sword and let's go fight. It's an example of doing what needs to be done and working hard while also relying on God's help. I mean, they prayed a lot, but they also were willing to do the hard work and even be willing to fight if needed. The author relates a story of D.L. Moody when he was on a ship heading across the Atlantic to go preach in Europe, and there was a fire that broke out on the ship underneath the deck, and apparently someone asked him, hey, shouldn't we withdraw from all of this commotion and pray for the people who were working on the ship, that they would be able to put the fire out? And D.L. Moody says, no, prayer, yeah, we pray, but we need to work. And the passengers, it was part of their job to help the workers to make the bucket line that was needed to help put out this fire, because the workers, they couldn't do it alone. They needed the help of the people that were standing by as well. And there's other instances that I've seen that in my life. It was only about 4 months after I finished all of my initial military training that September 11, 2001 happened. And after that happened, you could go to any military base anywhere in the country. It could be right in the middle of the heartland, and there was M16s, Humvees, tanks, all kinds of sandbag barricades at every entry control point. This place was locked down, especially at the military facilities, and they were ready. And when we trained, even though I was in the Air Force and my job was to work on aircraft, if we were trained that, especially if we were to go to a forward location, at one of these air bases in the Middle East or wherever, you took a rifle. We didn't train a lot on weapons, but you were going to take an M16 with you. It goes on top of your toolbox. Your crew of 3 guys, your 3 rifles, they go on top of the toolbox. You wheel it out to the aircraft, and you're ready, because it's an airfield. If there's a breach in the perimeter and the enemy is coming for you, it doesn't matter if you're a cook, if you're a maintenance guy, if you're a pilot, if you're whoever you are. You could be a general, you could be a private. Doesn't matter who you are, you have to be ready to fight. You have to be willing to do what you got to do and do your part, even if that's not your primary role. And that's exactly what was happening here with Nehemiah and his guys on the wall. I love this topic, and I love this book of Nehemiah. It is absolutely riveting when you read it. You really, if you try to take what's happening and put it into real world terms or in a real world picture or context, you really see how intense this time period was. I think that when we work together, as we also pray together, we're renewed. We have this almost increased sense of brotherhood. People who take up arms together, people who are ready to do the tough, the hard jobs, ready to go the extra mile for each other and with each other. We get a renewed spirit when that happens. We're all working together for the same goal. We're all working for the Lord together, and it's a great feeling, and it's energizing when that happens. So keep that in mind when opportunities present themselves to work for the Lord, to do what needs to be done. Do we rally? Do we stand next to each other and simply do what God would have us to do, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's not our primary role? Do we do what needs to be done for the Lord? Have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.